inside a building. So this is the one that we lovingly refer to as the Thunderdome. This is our meat chamber. And so literally we're doing whole animals in the far door, and then about 40 different types of meat treats in the near door coming right out. So we're going to take you guys through the entire process, so you'll see the whole loop, one thing to the other. We do have kind of the building in a building setup because everything inside there is temperature controlled, humidity controlled. It's a completely safe environment to do all the fun stuff we do with fermenting and live cultures. So it smells delicious. If your camera doesn't come back smelling like bacon, then we didn't do our job. So we'll sneak on through, you guys, and come on around. Yep. Got our shipping stuff. So these boxes are headed literally from Brooklyn all the way to LA, and then from Minneapolis all the way down to Austin, to San Antonio. So we're shipping to 46 states, just nationwide. It's kind of cool to see a little bit of Indy that gets to be a part of all these like restaurants and retail shops and markets literally across the country. It's kind of a neat thing. So we're going to check out our raw room. This is where everything starts. You guys can head on in if you like.
Yeah, so we're making setting up to make soap reposado right now. So, and then we'll hand tie that. We toss on anything that we see that's like inedible, blood spotting, bones, anything like that. We'll toss off to the side and trim together. But a lot of this stuff comes from Gunthorpe Farms, pasture-raised hogs, but it comes in pretty clean, so it's good to go.
They're super cool in that the hogs are raised on pasture right on the farm, but then they're also processed right on the farm as well. So they never get on a truck, they never have that stress. They have an entirely good life except for one day, I like to say. And so our head butcher got to go up to Gunthorpe and work with their team to really talk to them about how we can cut it down, what the best way to do it to keep the muscle integrity. Because the way that we do it is a lot different than some other producers too. It takes a lot longer to do it this way. It takes a lot more skill, it takes a lot more patience, it costs more, but there's no substitute. You can't fake the flavor that comes out of this. So really given to have that kind of one-on-one relationship with our farmers. Chris and Greg have known each other for 2 decades now, and they've really kind of built their businesses together. So having that one-on-one connection, again, that's part of our recipe. That's part of what makes it special, that's for sure, yeah. So one person will be prepping, one person will be making the sausage, stuffing it by hand, tying it by hand, racking it, getting it to go. And every day there's different projects going on. So whether we're doing smoked meats, salumi, sausages, whole muscle, trimming and curing, all kinds of good stuff going on in here. But this is really like the heart of the place. This is where everything begins. Everything starts in the raw room too. So you can kind of meander around. And we're going to go into our aging room, so where all of our meats are fermented and aged. It's the most impressive spot in the place. It's the one that we all go to when we need that inspiration, when we need that kind of reminder about what we're all about. It's definitely the door that we open and everybody's like, wow. So we do over 40 different types of meat treats, and that spans smoked meat, so things like our bacon, our hams, through sausages, so things like our kitchen sink sausage with a nose to tail sausage that we make with Espelette pepper, all the way through to like smoked fennel and raw chorizo. Then we do all the different types of salumi. So these are small format, things that you could fit in your pocket. So these are little guys like our saucisson rouge and our gin and juice salami, through to our larger format salumi. So things like Dodge City that we named after a neighborhood right here in Indianapolis. So all the meat treats that we work with here are value added, if you want to say. We trim them ourselves, we cure them, we smoke them, ferment them. So it really starts with the raw ingredient. It starts with the farmers and the way that they raise the animals on the farm. And we kind of look at it as our job to basically not just mess up what they've done, to really kind of amplify it, to make it as best as we possibly can too. So about 40 different products that we were making year-round all the time. And then we also have our small batch salumi series. So these are one-off salumi that we'll make in collaboration oftentimes with a lot of local producers. So like with Central State Brewing, we did a barley wine salami with them. They just released barley wine. It's the biggest, the boldest, just this mouthful of a beer. And we did that one with a little bit of Turkish peppers to kind of angle out some of those big flavors too. Turned out so delicious, but that's like a one-hit wonder. So we just made that, we just released it. Folks can grab it on our website. They can find it at a couple vendors like Goose the Market here in Indianapolis. And then once it's gone, we've moved on to the next meat treat, Our butchers have so many good ideas. So after the raw room, where everything's kind of spiced, cut, prepared, and then kind of it comes to the next step in production. And we do a couple of different ways to cure or preserve the meat. All of them add different aspects of flavor, which is part of the recipe in there as well. So some of our products are smoked, hot smoked, and you can see our hot smoker just behind you guys. These we can roll entire racks in at a time. So we're doing literally the 4 of us could walk in there and they could smoke us in one batch if you wanted to. And here we're smoking over applewood, fruitwood, pecan wood, barrel staves, all kinds of good stuff. We're also cold smoking products. So that means adding that smoked flavor without actually cooking the product. So things like our Delaware Fireball or Rust Belt Salami, they kind of have that sweetness, the sweetness of the smoke, but still have a fermented characteristic. So it's kind of combining those 2 different things as well. Depending on the recipe, lots of our products are to spend some time in our aging room where we're fermenting and aging all different types of proteins. It's just inside here. Like the heart of the ham, the most prized portion, hanging on the other side. And then our dry cured, hoof-on, bone-in hams. So all of these will have more than 12 months age on them before we release them. There's generally more than that. There's a couple even that we're hanging in the back, a little bit of a butcher's secret stash that have almost 3 years on them too. We're super excited about them. For me, I love every part of Smoking Goose, but this is probably the most alive space inside Smoking Goose. Just like in the old countries, you think about like Italy, Spain, France, where folks for centuries have been aging in their attics inside caves. And they've been developing that natural flavor, that natural flora that really makes their product unique. We're doing exactly the same thing here, but in Indianapolis. And so inside this room, all of this desirable bloom, this beautiful muddled bloom that's developing, adds flavor, it adds texture. It's exactly what we want to finish our product. And it's like nowhere else in the world. So we've spent over 7 years developing this bloom, developing this flavor that comes out of our aging room. And we love that. That, even if we took our recipes, even if we took our farm partners, even if we tried to break down this room and put it somewhere else, nothing would taste exactly the way that it does because it's only Smoking Goose. This is our thumbprint. Our aging room is like our DNA. And I love that about it. It really makes it special. It really makes it unique and delicious. From the aging room, once products are done, of course there's an art to that. We have our aging room manager who makes sure the product tastes delicious, that it's everything we want it to be. But it also has to pass a pretty rigorous set of regulations and tests for USDA as well. And that's part of the daily inspection that these guys do when they come through. So once it's ready to leave Smoking Goose to head out to your dining room table, it'll go to our packaging team. So we do a lot of work by hand, cutting, trimming, labeling, and so you know that every single piece, has our thumbprint on it, has our impact on it. We love that folks are so excited to make Smoking Goose part of their dinner table over and over again. It's the ultimate compliment. We're blushing. When we're running, it's almost like Willy Wonka's workshop. You put the bacon inside one end, and then all sorts of magical things happen. And what pops out the other is what you see on the shelf, which you get to take home. And then into our distribution, see all the boxes, all of the pieces, all the labels, where we really coordinate every order. Whether it's we're going to one of our distributors or one of our wholesale customers where we're putting a pallet together, or for folks who are ordering online at smokinggoose.com, we're putting every single box together by hand. So one by one, we put your litter box together, get your label on there, and ship it out to you with love. After our raw room, getting cut, trimmed, tied by hand, aging in our aging room, then the final product is like our Dodge City Salami, one that we named after a neighborhood here in Indianapolis. So this is months of work. It started at the farm and then came into the raw room. We worked on it by hand, hung out in our aging room where it picked up all of those natural flavors, that really beautiful, desirable bloom on the outside. And just like as you guys were mentioning as you walked through, the aroma just makes our mouths water, makes us hungry from the beginning. And this guy is getting ready to be shipped out. It's about to head out to a customer. We couldn't be more proud. You are beautiful. Don't forget.